Hey everybody, this is John, and welcome to the free video, and I'm going to show you a couple of, I think, really cool things. So this is the spiders on the weekly chart and the daily chart. Now, my general consensus here is that, when you get two closes below the 21 and then across, you have a top in place. And we did take advantage of this with some shorts down to the 89 EMA, and at that point we kind of got out of all the shorts, went long, had a nice bounce back up. I held on to my longs for this fun little trip, so still long here. And the question is really from here is like if you were a betting person, and obviously since you're listening to this and you're a trader, you're just making a bet right now is that are we going to go here first or are we going to go here first? Now, if you're looking at the chart and you're looking at the news, I think most of you would probably agree that we're going to go here first. However, if you look behind the scenes and you know the stuff to look at behind the scenes, then the answer is we're going here first. So there's three key things that I look at behind the scenes for that. I'll show you one right here. I'll review the rest in the premium video. But one of those is the skew. All right, and basically when the skew is up here, all the hedge funds are like freaking out and buying SPX puts to hedge because they know something's coming down. All right. And if it's down here, they're doing just the opposite. Well, guess where we are. So when I see something like that, I know the headlines are so bearish. I know there's a lot of arguments right now that this market, is going to tank. But again, I'm just talking about over the next week. In the short term, if my bet here is like, am I betting that the market's going higher or lower? I'm betting higher for that reason. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to buy Amazon here because Amazon is not that great right here. I mean, that's not a really good pattern. However, a stock like PayPal is. So what I look at here is something where, okay, look, the internals are showing that, keep in mind that the market is an equal opportunity dream killer, right? If any, gets too bearish, it's going to rip the head off the shorts. Too bullish, rip the head off the longs. So what I do in a situation like this is focus on stocks that are kind of holding their own against the market. While the market was chewing through that 89, all the PayPal did was come down to the 34 and bounce, and it's setting up a squeeze, and it's setting up to make new highs. This is a stock that's proving that it doesn't necessarily care what the market is doing, okay? And at the same time, I'm kind of not too concerned about the bearish argument right now, which is prevalent, which I don't know how to pronounce that word, because of some of those key internals that I'm showing you. All right, so what are a couple of other ways to see what I would just call surprise moves? All right, so one quick thing I want to show you guys, and I'm going to spend about 30 seconds on this, is, well, let me give you a teaser real quick. You guys know that I have been using the squeeze since 2004. It's my favorite tool, and for the first time ever, I've gone through and back tested about about a dozen settings, and I've found some new settings that are better than what we've been using. And you can see here, this is a weekly chart of the spiders. You can see with these new settings, we get. So here's the old settings. So we got a signal there, but we actually got a heads up by using these new settings. We got a signal here that the old squeeze totally missed. We got a signal here that the old squeeze totally missed. All right. Nice heads up for this normal squeeze. All right. And then here's a move here. Old squeeze didn't catch, new squeeze all over. All right. And if we go, that was a weekly chart. Look at the daily chart. So here's the daily chart, all right? And by the way, there's another setting here too, this alternate one. This thing doesn't happen very much, and there's no examples here, but when it does, it is pretty awesome. I'll talk about this more. But again, look at this. Not only did a squeeze set up here, but we got a sell signal on it. There's some corresponding buy and sell signals with this as well that got you set up for this move into December, all right? No regular squeeze, nothing here. Nice move. All right. Boom. And then the most recent one, too, is also setting up and fired short. Nothing from the new one. All right. Or nothing from the regular one. So long story short, this is the first time, okay, since 04, so 15 years, that I've done a deep dive into the squeeze and came out of it with updated settings that are better than what I've been using. So I'm going to do a free webinar on this. simplertrading.com/massive will take you to the sales page. I'll be doing this free webinar at 7 o'clock Central on Thursday, May 23rd. All right. You guys can read the bullets. But basically, this is a, it's funny because it's, sometimes like, oh gosh, is this a new indicator? And it's really just kind of taking, the 57 Chevy and just throwing a whole new engine into it, I guess is the best way I can explain it. And so I'm super excited just to kind of show you it and just kind of show you the trades that have been setting up on this that the old one has been missing, but that also are keeping you right in line with what's going on in these current markets and will continue to work going forward as well. So I'm excited. You guys have, anyway, we'll talk about this more on Thursday. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you then.